This is the Umbra Premium Fabric Collection. Not only have we introduced a whole new range of fabrics, but we've also packaged them up in this innovative carry bag. Now the important thing about this is every folder within this contains a piece of every single colour within the range. So you have A5 pieces of fabric in here. They're large enough to be able to show to your clients and hold up in front of the window, but it's also compact enough for you to be able to pop into your car or carry around with you. So let's open it up and take a look. So inside we have collection book 1, 2 and 3, screen, blackout and light filtering. So if we go ahead and take one of these out, I can show you exactly what it's about. So you open it up, and within here you have this whole selection of pieces of fabric. You can take any of them out because it is of course a ring binder, and you have these specification cards in between every single fabric collection. These cards give you the basic overview. Most importantly, they have a QR code, and that QR code takes you to an online resource where you can not only find fantastic top quality photos of every single colour, but you can also find the complete technical specification. Important point to note about the online resource, all the fabrics have actually been photographed in front of a real window. So when you're sending a digital version to your customer, they can actually see exactly what that fabric is going to look like in front of light, which when it comes to screen fabrics and light filtering fabrics is super important, because you'll actually be able to see the difference between a 1% and a 3%, for example, which isn't always possible or easy to show when it comes to digital resources. But this physical resource is fantastic for taking out in front of clients, and what it means is you can actually open this up, take out the colours that they're interested in, and even leave them with the clients for them to review in their own time. You can then request replacements, and Umbra will send you replacement fabrics to slot back in to make sure your collection is always up to date. The other important thing about the way that we've created this collection is that when we add in fabrics, as we intend to do over the coming months and years, we will simply be able to send you the new fabric pack along with the new spec card, and you'll be able to add it into the relevant folder, whether that's screen, blackout or light filtering. And that way your collection always stays up to date. Even when fabrics get discontinued from time to time, you'll be able to remove those without disrupting the whole collection. So it's also the sustainable choice when it comes to fabric collections. This bag will keep all your folders pristine and they stay in perfect condition. So let's take a look at the fabric collections. We have screen, blackout and light filtering collections in here, and the selection of fabrics has been carefully curated by the whole Umbra team using over 50 years of knowledge and experience in this industry. These fabrics come from a huge range of fabric mills all over the world, and they are the best and most appropriate fabrics that we see our clients needing. There's no duplication within these folders, so every fabric has a purpose. So let's go through them and see what each one does. So the first thing you find when you get into each folder is this intro card. And this card gives you a guide as to the icons you can expect to find in every folder. So a couple of important things to note here. Things like the 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗘𝗡 technology compatible. Where you see that icon, it means that the fabric has been tried and tested and approved for use with products like our Evolve Zero. And of course, any future products with the 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗃 technology in. So let's start with Spectrum 5010. This is a very versatile fabric that is a really key fabric within our range. It's available in the 4 different openness factors, 1, 3, 5 and 10%. And importantly, you need to know that it's available in every colour in those 4 different openness factors. So it's fantastic if you want to be able to mix and match openness factors across different elevations of a building, for example. So let me just pull one out for you and you can have a look at it. So what you'll find in this collection, all the colours are shown in this collection in the 1% openness factor. So you can see that here. And then what you'll find is that there is, at the back, you have all 4 openness factors available in white. And what this lets you do is it lets you hold up all 4 and see the difference. So Spectrum 5010 in white, in 1%. So you can see it's a very tight weave. By contrast, if I then go to the 10% version, you can see how much more open that is and how much more visibility you get through that. Where would we use Spectrum 5010? Well, pretty much anywhere. It gets used on roof blinds, zip blinds, roller blinds. It gets used in homes, in offices, in schools. It's a super versatile fabric that really can literally be used anywhere. It is of course FR as well, so there's no problem using it commercially or residentially. So moving on to Helix. Helix is a really beautiful linen effect screen fabric. So it's available in a 5% openness. A couple of points from the tech card here. It is an FR fabric, so it's fine for commercial and residential use. And I think as soon as we start thumbing through these, you get a feel for exactly how beautiful this fabric is, with that linen look weave, that kind of slub going through it, and the range of colours as well. I think it really lends itself to a really high-end residential space, or maybe a very design-led office. This would be perfect for that. Let's hold one of these up to the light. So you can see there, look at that, look how the weave shows through with the light behind it. It's a really beautiful fabric. Because this is a 5% openness factor fabric, it's a really good all-rounder with the combination of the linen look weave and that openness. It's going to be great in most environments. This is Vantage. This is a 2x2 weave screen fabric. It's available in both 1 and 3%, and you'll find both of those percentage openness options in the complete colour range available in here. Key thing to know about Vantage is a very stable fabric over very large sizes. So it's fantastic on those long drop blinds. It's also very good when used with Evolve Zero. So it's perfect for those residential applications where you have a very large expanse of glazing, very wide expanse that you're covering with Evolve Zero, or perfect for, let's say, an office lobby where you have some very high blinds and you need really good fabric stability at a large size. So this is black and white in a 3% openness factor that you can see being held up here. So you can see the kind of difference. Obviously, the important thing to notice with colours is that with darker colours you get much better visibility through it, whereas lighter colours tend to reflect the light back into your eyes, so you get much less visibility through them. Obviously from the outside, lighter colours are therefore better at reflecting heat and light back out, whereas darker colours will tend to absorb that heat and then radiate it into the room. So therefore it's important to note that Vantage has a sister fabric called Antana, which has a silver backing. So if you want to take advantage of a dark colour for the visibility out, but a silver backing to reduce that heat coming in, then you may want to look at Antana. This is Axiom. Axiom is a white-backed, fire-retardant screen fabric. Comes in a 1 and a 3% openness factor. And the important thing here is it's compatible with both Evolve Zero and roof blinds. This is a fantastic fabric for office environments, for example, where you may want to reduce the incoming heat and light by reflecting it back out. That's what the white backing does. And it's also a very cost-effective fabric for doing that. So you can see it's a 2x1 weave. There's the black and there's the white on the backing of it. The other good thing about the white backing is it gives you that uniformity when you're looking from the outside in. So if you've got an office building with different colours on different floors, from outside it will look consistent. This is Wilde. This is a screen fabric that has really strong sustainability credentials. So It has a cradle-to-cradle certification. It is made from 100% recycled ocean plastics. It also is flame retardant and moisture resistant. This is a great fabric if you've got a project where you're trying to achieve those sustainability credits. And you have this really wild colour at the start, the blue, and then you have a range of other options too. So let's hold one of them up to the light. So here we can see a nice dark grey being held up. It's a really nice, not your traditional screen fabric, but a really nice effect, and it hangs nicely too. It's a 5% openness, so it's a really nice balance of openness, visibility out, and glare control as well. Cradle to cradle is a certification process for materials that can be reused or recycled. So a fabric like Wilde that has been made from recycled materials can also be recycled. It's that full end-to-end, cradle-to-cradle. This is Spectrum 4060. This is another screen fabric with a silver backing. So this again has the cradle-to-cradle certification. It has this silver backing for good heat and light reflectivity. It's got a wide range of colours. It's a 3% openness factor. It's also flame retardant and, importantly, made from 100% recycled plastics. The silver backing gives you great reflectivity to reduce heat and light coming in. It also gives you uniformity from outside. So there's your black front and your aluminium metallized silver backing, reflecting both thermal and optical light. Spectrum 4060 would tend to get used in commercial projects thanks to its strong sustainability credentials, and it's very cost effective as far as silver-backed fabrics go. But of course, there's nothing stopping you using it in those residential projects. If the customer likes the colour or the weave, there's no reason they can't use it in a house. Antana is a metal-backed screen fabric. It is in fact the metal-backed version of Vantage. So Antana is also FR. It's compatible with Evolve Zero and roof blinds. It comes in a 3% openness factor. And like Vantage, it's very good for those large blinds, either long drops or wide widths, where you need really good fabric stability. The metal backing is also really important to note that in terms of heat and light reflectivity, it's slightly better than 4060. And if you want to go and compare the TRA values, just scan the QR code and you'll be able to have a look. Antana is a 2x2 basket weave screen fabric. Here's the black front and the silver back that you can see in front of the light, and there's a 3% openness factor. The 3% openness factor is of course quite a standard weave when it comes to screen fabrics, so this is perfect for those office projects or residential projects where you want to get that balance between incoming light and glare control, and of course heat control thanks to the aluminium backing. Orla is a metal-backed screen fabric, but you might look at it and say, well, it's just another silver-backed screen fabric. But no, this is the highest performing silver-backed screen fabric that we have in our collection, and indeed in its class generally in the industry. So this has heat and light reflectivity values of over 80% across nearly all the colours, which is significantly higher than you'll find on many silver-backed screen fabrics. So the other thing to note is it's also a very lightweight, thin fabric. So it's great for reducing roll-up sizes, and this would be perfect for those office projects where you're looking to meet certain reflectivity credentials. It comes in a 3 and a 5% openness, so you can vary your openness across different elevations to get the right balance of incoming light and view out. And I'll just show you what it looks like, because Orla has a very distinctive weave, which the weave alone might be enough to actually sell a client on this, because it's a very, very unique look to it. And I'll just show you a lighter colour as well, because I think this is something that people will like the look of. So you can see that very distinctive pattern coming through the fabric, and of course there's your silver backing. So you get that uniformity from outside as well. No matter what colour you're choosing on the inside or across different levels, you've got that silver consistency from outside. This is Repel. Repel is an insect screen material. So this is perfect for use in combination with our 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗏𝗧 zipped edge system. So it has excellent visibility through it. So in fact, you would hardly know it's there at all. And that's the point. You want to be able to put your blind down without reducing your visibility or any incoming light, but also protect yourself from those annoying bugs and insects that want to come into your home, especially in the evenings when you've got the lights on and it's starting to get dark outside and you just want a bit of fresh air coming through. So that's where Repel is perfect. There's just the one colour and the one openness factor, and really the thing about this fabric is you don't want to see it, you don't want it to be there, but it's very, very functional, it's doing a job, it's keeping your home bug-free. That completes our screen fabric range summary. Now we'll move on to our second folder in our collection, which is all about Blackout. When you open this book, the first thing you'll see is an introduction card, and on the back of there you have this icon index, which is really important for noting any icons that you will find on the specification cards within this folder. For example, we have the 0 technology compatible icon. That means if you see that icon on a fabric, it means that that fabric has been tried and tested and approved for use with our 𝗙𝗚𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗥 system. And of course, any future systems that may include the 0 technology. Pluto is a screen blackout fabric, and this is probably one of our most commonly used, most popular blackout fabrics. And possibly the reason for that is because it's compatible with both roof lights and zipped edge blinds. So this fabric gets used all the time. It's got a great selection of colours, some beautiful weaves, and of course it gives you that complete light exclusion that you're looking for. It's fire retardant, it's compatible with 𝗙𝗚𝗟𝗏, and it comes at 3 meters wide, which means that you can do most blinds without having any join in them. So let's just hold it up in front of the light. As you can see, complete light exclusion. This is Globe. Globe is a fabric-faced blackout fabric. So one of the most important things about Globe is that it actually has a self-coloured backing. So if you want a fabric that's black on the front and black on the back, Globe's the one for you. So you can see we've got some dark colours, some dark greys, some light greys, running through into your creams and taupe colours. So really nice selection of neutrals there. And it's also important to know that if you're looking for this fabric but with a white backing, you need to be heading to Crescent. As you can see, total light exclusion from this fabric. And there's your back, the same colour as the front. This is Crescent. Crescent is a fabric-faced blackout fabric. It has a white backing instead of a self-coloured backing like Globe does. So if you're looking for a fabric that has black on the front and the back, you need to head to Globe. But if you're looking for a fabric that has black on the front and white on the back, Crescent's the one for you. And the important thing about the white backing is that it reduces that heat and light coming in because it reflects it out. The dark colours will tend to absorb the heat and the light. The white backing also gives you that uniformity from outside when you're looking in. No matter what colour you've got on the inside, you'll always have that white backing on the outside. It's also quite a thin fabric for a blackout, so it reduces your roll-up size. It's also relatively lightweight. It's an FR fabric, so there's no problem to use it in either commercial or residential environments. This is Crescent, black on the front and white on the back, complete blackout. This is Vienna. Vienna is a beautiful linen look, design-led fabric. It's got a white blackout backing on it with this lovely soft touch front face to it, it looks absolutely stunning. This is fantastic for residential environments. It's not FR, so you wouldn't be using it in a commercial environment. Let's just hold one up. So here's your front face of Vienna, and there's your white blackout backing. So again, you get that uniformity from outside. Again, with these A5 samples, your customers will be able to really get a feel for what the fabric looks like, how it feels, how it looks in front of the window, and I think it really gives them the complete experience rather than just trying to pick a colour from a tiny little swatch card. Show them the full thing in all of the colours. This is Lunar. Lunar is a PVC-free blackout fabric. It really has a lovely front weave to it, so it's not quite a screen blackout, but it still has this woven front face with a slightly flocked blackout backing. It's PVC free, like I said, and it's 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗥 certified. It's compatible with roof lights, with 𝗕𝗟𝗚𝗛𝗡𝗥, and of course it gives you that complete blackout. Let's just hold one up in front of the light here, so you can see that lovely front face with the white backing. There is a light filtering version of Lunar called Eris, so if you're looking for corresponding fabrics, head over to the light filtering folder. Lunar has a fantastic range of colours, certainly a colour palette derived from nature. Look at these oyster tones, you've got the earthy tones, got the darker greys, the charcoals, the taupes, and then your blue on the front. Some really beautiful fabrics here, and I think any design-led project will certainly appreciate Lunar. This is Zenith. Zenith is probably one of my favourite blackout fabrics. It's got this beautiful linen effect on it, not to mention a fabulous colour range. You've got everything from bold blues and burnt oranges right through to some of the more muted greys and blacks, some of these earthy tones. I mean, look at this colour range. You'll be able to find a fabric in here that you love. And I think being able to hold up an A5 piece like this, hold it in your hand, hold it in front of the window, hold it up in front of the light, look at the front and the back, you will certainly appreciate this fabric when you feel it in your hands. And I think your clients will certainly be able to find a colour in here that they fall in love with. Now, you might expect a fabric that looks as beautiful as this to cost a fortune, but actually Zenith is very accessible to most clients. So that concludes folder number 2 of the Umbra fabric collection. If you want any more information on these or you want to purchase one, please get in touch. This is folder number 3 of the Umbra fabric collection, and this is all about light filtering fabrics. When you open this folder, the first thing you'll see is the light filtering collection index card. This gives you a little bit of an overview of the folder, and most importantly, it gives you an icon index. So these are icons that you'll find on the spec cards within this folder. So for example, you'll find things like 0 technology compatible. If you see this, that means that the fabric that you see it on is compatible, tried and tested with our 𝗕𝗚𝗛𝗔𝗕𝗏 product. And of course, also any future products that may include the 0 technology. So I think here it's important to understand the difference between the light filtering collection and the screen fabric collection. With the screen fabrics, you can expect that they will all give you daytime privacy, but none of them will give you nighttime privacy. Some of the fabrics in this light filtering folder are all about decorative light effect and not about glare control or performance. This is Neptune. Neptune is the dim out version of Globe and Crescent. So it's this very thin, very lightweight fabric that gives you daytime and nighttime privacy, but also lets some light through. So because this shares a colour range with Globe and Crescent, you could use this in conjunction with those blackout fabrics across a building where you have different light requirements. So for example, you might have Globe as a blackout fabric in a boardroom or a meeting room space, but then you might use Neptune across some office space where you just want direct glare control, but you don't necessarily need complete light exclusion. Neptune is compatible with 𝗙𝗚𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗥, so it's perfect for those large windows, those wide expanses of glass that we tend to see becoming more and more popular, especially in residential properties. Atlantis is a beautiful light diffusing fabric. You can see the range of colours here. It's got a beautiful weave and texture to it. And this is a super lightweight fabric, very thin, great visibility through it. During the daytime you'll be able to see out very easily through this fabric, but this will provide you daytime privacy. This is all about diffusing the incoming light and providing the interior of your home or office space with a really nice soft touch at the windows. Atlantis is also compatible with 𝗙𝗚𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗥, so it's great for those large sizes. And it has this beautiful subtle weave, nothing too overpowering here. This is Persia. Persia is one of my favourite light filtering fabrics. It's actually the dim out version of Vienna. Vienna is a blackout, but it has the same really luxurious soft touch to it, those earthy tones in the colours, and that linen look, natural weave. And I think it's really important that if you have these folders, you can actually take pieces out, give them to your clients, let them hold them, let them, hold them up to the windows, let them move them around between their fingers. These fabrics, as soon as you start to touch and feel these and hold these up in front of the light like this, you really start to appreciate the beauty of a fabric like Persia. Persia is a really good example of one of the key differences between light filtering fabrics and screen fabrics. You look at the amount that is diffusing the shapes behind it. You might be able to distinguish outlines through Persia, but you don't get that clarity of view through it like you do with a screen fabric. And again, that's great if you want that extra layer of privacy. Something like Persia will do that for you. Eris is a PVC-free light filtering fabric, and in fact, it's actually the dim out version of Lunar, which is a blackout fabric. I really like Eris for the touch and the feel of this fabric. It's probably the closest thing that you could actually find to bridging the gap between a traditional screen fabric and a light filtering fabric. This will give you privacy, but it will also let quite a comfortable amount of light through. And as you hold it up, you can see it's almost a screen-like weave, but this is actually a glass fibre fabric. Like I said, it's PVC-free, and it's also 𝗕𝗟𝗘𝗡𝗥 certified. So for those projects requiring strong sustainability credentials, Eris could be perfect for that. This is Dream. Dream is a linen effect fabric, and again, is a really beautiful fabric. You can see straight away as we flip through these colours, the linen weave. If I take one of these out and hold it in front of the light, you'll see straight away that how beautiful that weave is, and really with the light behind it, that accentuates how it looks. It's the same front and back, and you get no visibility through Dream. So again, it's brilliant if you want privacy, but you don't want complete light exclusion. Dream is a really premium fabric, and it's perfect for those high-end residential or commercial properties. When you look at it, it really does look $1 million. This is Mist. It's a sheer fabric, and I would say it's perhaps the closest thing that you'll find to a really good-looking modern-day net curtain. It gives you fantastic visibility through it when you're looking out during the day, but it provides enough of a baffle that during the day, people won't be able to see in very clearly. In a selection of really beautiful earthy colours, and is a very soft fabric. It's very wide as well. It comes at 3 meters wide, and it's perfect for 𝗙𝗚𝗟𝗘𝗥. So for those very big blinds that need to hang very flat, even when the fabric has been turned and railroaded, Mist is perfect for that. The decorative slub in Mist is very distinctive, and I think this would be perfect for use on a double roller system, where you have this as the fabric that's providing that light filtering and a layer of daytime privacy, and then you maybe combine it with a blackout fabric that gives you the nighttime privacy or complete glare control. In fact, that's actually what I've done in my house. Mist looks absolutely beautiful during the day, and you can see as the light comes through it, the weave really gets accentuated. So that's folder 3 within the Umbra fabric collection. Often fabrics are specified based on price point or colour, or even just what we've always done. But we're trying to change that. We believe there's much more to fabrics than just that. We also believe that if fabrics are not in the right place at the right time, then they are also a waste of money. So if you want to learn more about both fabrics and how to make sure they're always in the right place at the right time, so they're doing their job as effectively and efficiently as possible, please reach out to the team and be very happy to help you. Thanks for watching. Speak soon.